Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Chef JT. Happy to see all of you. Hello there, Will Poker. Welcome in, JK Forti. Grab myself some water before we get into coffee. I need this. All right. How about some catfish, chat? You got any catfish fans in chat? Taking that as a no. Gonna be frying up catfish fillets. I'm gonna be making sub buns tonight. Gonna be doing roasted potato wedges and going to be doing coleslaw, but a little bit more standard coleslaw than the Southwest coleslaw. Was it last Friday? Last Sunday? How'd you get in here, fly? You don't want flies in here. You must have got in here when I was out shopping. So, to let everyone know, I posted it in Discord yesterday, but that wasn't very much of an announcement. I do have two new small... Why was I about to throw this in the trash? I do have two smaller contests that I have started. They're monthly contests. I haven't 100% decided on a reward for these. Might be something, well, One of them, we'll see about a reward. The other one, I'm thinking maybe a $5 gift card, maybe. I don't think they even do $5 gift cards anymore. But and they're going to be for the top clip creator each month and the person who shares the most in the food picks section of the Discord. Sprinklebot's going to be keeping track of both, and beginning of the month it's going to be announced who's been most successful. Though might have to change things up if people are just posting pictures of things from the supermarket and the foods channel. Pictures channel. But it also could be other reward ideas I'm kicking around, just doing a dinner night with some theme or concept of theirs. Or, there was one other that's escaping me right now. Oh, one of the patches that you get for joining the Patreon. Could be another way to get yourself a patch. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. Cheers. So where do we start with dinner tonight? Bread. Bread is where we start. I needed some water in there anyways. Let's start by cooking some flour. So we got some water and milk over on the stove. A couple ounces of water, a couple ounces of half and half or milk or what dairy you have around. And we're going to add bit of flour to that. Turn the heat off. Mezcal. Drink of the Aztecs. Actually, I don't know if that's true or not. It just stuck out in my head. Yeast. I guess we'll weigh it out and be proper about things. And warm this up briefly in the microwave. Just 10 seconds. Let's see if that's warm enough for our yeasties. That still needs a little more. We'll give it another 10. That's just about perfect. A little over on that, but 320 grams of flour. Ideally bread flour. I'm using AP tonight. Be surprised how much salt there is, and like you start following bread recipes, they put salt in bread. How we looking here? Stream's looking healthy for the most part. Bot's still See what's going on with the logs. Those are all this morning, not now. Okay. We're going to give these yeasties a little sugar to munch down on. Jalapeno face sounds like a spicy disablement. And now we mix them all together. Get our hands all dirty. Yeah, that's foamy. I'm going to go ahead and put the eggs away before I get my hands completely covered in flour here. Keep this other egg white for an egg wash later. Hey, Jonna. Nice. I was hopeful I was going to have a catfish fan out there tonight. Alright, we're going to allow this lovely semi-sticky mess to rest and proof and poof. We'll come back to that in a bit. We'll probably need flour later. I'm just putting it out of the way for now. Maybe black was not the greatest plan for tonight. Hi, Soph. Had egg in it. Bread's pooping. Slaw or tartar sauce first? Potatoes first. Potatoes first. How we doing, Cat? Yeah, I still haven't corrected the whole white and yellow light thing. I don't know what to really do about it, chat. I wasn't going to return the light, just... Yep. That's what I'm keeping around the house more and more. I occasionally pick up a pack of Idahos now and then, but I like yellows the best for most things. I mean, there's classic recipes where you need a really waxy potato or... That said, there's a lot of variability in yellow spuds. Like, I sort of think of Yukon Golds as what I think of for a gold or yellow potato as my standard of what a yellow or a gold potato is. And there are some that are way different from that, and they still look the same. I also really like new or baby potatoes. But they're pricey compared to just buying a sack of. Or a case. Got the room. Sunflower oil. Taters. This is sort of my double check at this point that there's nothing too fouled up with any of those in the inside. Sometimes when you're just quick cutting through them, you don't really see the insides of them if they're, you know, moldy or anything else. Make sure they all get nicely coated with oil so they don't oxidize. Salt. So I'm just going to do salt, pepper, garlic, and cumin with the potatoes tonight. Hi, Dragon. Alright, I lied. I'm going to put some regular paprika on them too, if only for a little color. Now we stir them around again and make sure they get all broken up and coat all those spices all around. And then one cut side down on all of them. It'll help with the browning. Also helps you make sure that you don't got any of them. Helps you make sure you don't got any of them still stuck together. And then you can space them out and get max airflow around them. I don't have a convection oven, so that's sort of important for me. Less so if you got a fan blowing things around. We'll let that hang out for the moment. Do I really want to get going with that now? How long does the bread take to bake? I think I'm going to put the potatoes in after I shape the bread and it does its second smaller proof. That'll give me a good 20 minutes so I can put on the potatoes before I add the bread into the same oven, and then I can take the bread out and probably blast them to get a nice roast color on the other part of it. If chat reminds me, I might even put some Parmesan on them. So someone remind me to put Parmesan on them earlier, because I absolutely will not remember that. Perhaps a small batch of slaw here. Hey, his logo. Awesome. Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. I don't know if I said that already today. I hope so too. I don't really have big plans. Like, I've been talking for a little bit, or at least thinking for a little bit. I think I only mentioned it once on stream before this. I've been meaning to go up to the Petrified Forest, which is, just outside or right on the edge of the county. There's also a wildfire there now. Not like right there, well, right there, but like not on top of it, I don't think. But close enough that I don't really want to be over there right now. It's the same one they're talking about threatening Napa. It's near Calistoga, which Calistoga is almost like a world separate from Napa or Sonoma. Gonna rinse this and use this for our slaw. Enjoy your lurk. Lurkers are welcome. I'm not Mr. Talkative. I'm happy to answer questions. Try to make things educational. I understand people. Many are working on second monitor or doing other things around the home. That's how I watch most streams. Okay, so we got that. We're going on to carrots now. Got a new thing, carrots today. These are also going in the slaw. Hi, Cosmic. Excuse me, eating with my mouth full. Carrot. For just being a standard carrot. Good carrot, just a standard carrot. Trying to think, what am I going to need these for? Why am I... that's already in there. Trying to think what I could or should save green onion for. I'm sorry, chat. My bot isn't running. Well, it is. Maybe it is. Let's wait and see. Not sure it's playing ads properly. It's not warning. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, it didn't play an ad there. I am going to play... $90 seconds to get ourselves around to the rest of the hour. That might have been too much. Now I hope that the bot still properly does them at the top of the hour and doesn't see that there's 2 minutes left, I don't need to run them. Because I think that's what happened earlier. He was supposed to run them at the top of the hour, but I still had 30 minutes because... Let me fix that too, because I keep forgetting to fix that. I've got a double ad running at the beginning of stream completely unintentionally. Because I used to action it from StreamerBot. And it's now being done by SprinkleBot. Where is the ad? Okay. Well, now that I've done that, let's go back to cutting green onion. So I don't know if it's actually going to be unable for people to get them here soon or not. Because of other politics. But I am feeling very happy to have made an order in time to have something shipped to me before they just stop sending anything in the US. I mean, it was a small little part. But aside from that, a court has ruled that his tariffs are illegal, and just earlier this afternoon, appeals court has upheld that. So, yeah, I don't know what tariffs are. Not that I really knew what tariffs were going to be what to begin with, but I really don't know now. I'm just glad I'm not a small business owner that relies on importing my anything. Hi, McSkittlebutt. It's a fun name. Why was I going into the refrigerator? I bought these today just basically almost as an impulse. They'll probably be great for Sunday and Monday. But we got some proper pepper here. See how much my fingers hate me after this. Yeah, my old neighbors moved out like a year ago, 2 years ago now, year and a half. They're running a shop that's like all Chinese imports, like the entire store. Their signage keeps getting more and more desperate looking. Like, they're now putting up, like, I occasionally drive past their place, and now they're, like, putting up signs, like, across the street from their place that, hey, this store over here, you should come check it out. Retail store. So this is definitely going to give our coleslaw a bit of a kick. I can already feel the like heat ache on my fingers. I'm going to definitely give them a good wash up here now. So that's going to be our simple slaw for tonight. Excuse me. Whew. Dressing. The real bad part to all of this is a lot of people don't even really realize the real effect that it isn't really hit yet. We haven't hit everyone complaining that they can't get their packages anymore. Like, the ban that they're putting in place because they're worried about drugs coming in small packages, at least that's their excuse, is, you know, that's gonna kill, like, basically, like, all of that stuff from Temu, from all of those in Alibaba, whatever, they're all gonna have massive tariffs on them now. And that's started to a certain degree, but it's not in full effect yet. It's certainly not in the effect that the administration wants it to be. Fish sauce. Soy sauce. Or, sorry, Worcestershire. They're throwing soy sauce in there too. Interesting how the soy just like cuts through that mayo, like straight up just cut through it. Pretty sure it's because it broke the protein bonds. Honey to sweeten things up. Onion powder. Ground ginger. White pepper. Salting our veg and not our mayo. Actually, need more salt than that. A little bit more. Mayo, or if you want to call it salad cream. Toss this with the salt. Looks almost like an Asian slaw if I had used Napa cabbage instead of typical cabbage. Throw some sesame seeds in there, a little sesame oil. my nose is still stuffy. I'm doing my best to not just make all sorts of horrible noises. Hi, they can see me. Music, where art thou? Not the same song again. I had the list playing on random, but it's also, it came to the end of its playing. But so we're going to work on her dough once more. This isn't hugely exciting with how much it's poofed yet, but like I said, we're gonna... Oh, we gotta get the oven heating first. Let's start preheating our oven. That'll give us a little more time for that. For those just joining in, we've already worked on our slaw. And we've got our dressing for our slaw ready. We've got our taters ready to go in the oven. We've got our dough for our sandwiches started. I guess we can get going with starting our 3-stage breading. That's going to be over here, I think. Hi, Ikara. Not too shabby. Been a decent day. Anyone got any exciting weekend plans? Any exciting dinners coming up? We'll start seasoning our breadcrumbs here next. Celebration. Black pepper. What else should I put in my breading for my fish, chat? For my catfish. I did some laundry today too. I don't know that it's very exciting. I hope you get better soon, Nicaro. Very sick doesn't sound good, but doesn't change my wishes. I think I'm gonna go with Tony Cacciari's Creole seasoning. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe we'll do a little chili ancho too. Ancho chili. I don't know why the labeling is like it's in Spanish or something. Alright, so we got our seasoning with our breadcrumbs. I got the flour over here already. Let's do a couple of eggs up for this. We still have our... We can reuse you. You were used for eggs. Yeah, that's a toughie. I don't really know what to even say in return to that. I mean, I know I'm a lucky person for many reasons. Huh. Not working again. I fixed that. It broke again. Well, there used to be. Back to bread. We need pan and parchment set up for this, because once they're shaped, they're shaped. Normally this is a 4 to 6 bun recipe. I'm doing 2 Long Johns tonight. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I am gonna do this and a bit of this. We're going to roll. I normally do a different potato bread recipe when I'm doing rolls like this. It's sort of like a Subway imitation bread recipe. But, going with the milk bread recipe, even though I don't have bread flour tonight. See how this turns out in difference. Rolling it, I'm sort of squeezing it as I roll it, trying to get it a little bit fatter, but even in fat. And then on here to do final proofing. Wonder what Heidi Gardner's going to do outside of SNL now. She was on SNL for so long. So now that's got to poof again. Poof again. And this gets going in the oven to get started. Throw that right down on the pizza stone. Get as much direct heat right onto that potato as we can. Ooh, good. Ads did play normally. So, I think we're just going to hang out here for the next couple minutes. What else we got to say? We got to do tartar sauce. Okay, we'll do tartar sauce when everyone gets back from ads. Yeah, I did wash yesterday as far as laundry. Someone mentioned laundry a couple minutes ago. I did laundry, but what was special about it is I did a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't done laundry for in quite a while. And so it's interesting to have a couple of things that have not been available in a long while. I have a habit of leaving things in my dirty bin. that aren't my normal. I also bought a couple of new shirts. I didn't love the shirts that I got recently. I got some other new shirts like last month or the month before. And those are okay, but they're not great. Here's hoping these next ones are same ones as these, but they're different colors. And, well, actually one is like this in a different color. And I got two others from a different brand that's similar. I hope. We'll see if the cut is similar. Weird, it hasn't reported anyone. What's the log looking like? Is it actually? I don't think Sprinklebot's updating from Discord today for some reason. Oh, there's an engagement update. So maybe it is. Maybe it's just not doing something right. I don't know. Crazy bot. I do things and it changes. Alright, let's make a little tartar sauce while we're waiting on the oven to get there. We should set a timer there so I know where we're at with the potatoes. It's been a minute since I made a tartar sauce. I'm looking at what all I'm supposed to be putting in this. Okay. Mayo, Worcestershire. Okay. Hi, oven. I had to put it in here somewhat recently. I just used it the other night. Where are you, relish bottle? Heinz relish, where did you go? Oh, we can use you. We can use you. No Heinz bottle. Different Heinz bottle. No Heinz bottle. The heck? I'm relatively certain that I put that away and didn't throw it away. I mean, there was still a little bit left. I'm blind, chat. Oh my gosh. Top shelf. Right in front of me. It's amazing how the brain can do that. No, it's not even like anyone that has worked in a kitchen knows. They have seen the newbie or have been the newbie go into the walk-in. Chef tells you to grab something out of the walk-in. You go in the walk-in. You spend 5 minutes in the walk-in looking for it. You tell Chef it isn't there. He says it's just in there. I just put it in there. You go back over there and look at it. You still can't find it. And then you go and get him and he's like, it's right here. What, you blind? It happens to everyone, I think. So we'll go ahead with our relish. A little Kalamata olive action. Dill. Parsley. Dried thyme. Onion powder. Juice of half a lime. Or lemon. I have fresh lime, so I'm using that. Not a caper fan, but capers go in here too. Tartar sauce. Not first off, tartar sauce. tartar. Can I just not pronounce T's? Tartar sauce. You notice the subs are getting a little fatter. They're starting to poof up a bit. I'm gonna give that a flip. See if we can't get more heat on the other side of this now. You would think that the oven heat, which could exhaust out here, would be hitting this and heating it more. What's hitting it more is there's an exhaust over near the handle on the bottom down below, and it's hitting the top edge of this. Front edge. You sure so? Oh, I was gonna throw some of this in there. We can still do that. I want to give it a mix, though. So a little of my homemade Dijon in there, too. Even though that's not traditional in there. Putting it in there anyways. Way things are panning out here, I think we're going to do a AFK during this bun bake. And we'll come back and do our frying. I'll get our pan together here with some oil. So that'll be ready to do our frying. Portion might be used. It's a little bit of a larger pan than this. I think we're going to be fine. Mildly worried that the fish is going to be too large for this pan, but I'm going to go with it anyways. I'm looking forward to this slaw. That slaw looks delicious. I should have cut the purple pepper, a little bit thicker. You can't hardly see the purple in there. And what purple does look in there almost looks like it's red onion when there's no red onion in there. Hey, Shaunavision. We're working on a fish fry tonight. I got oil ready to go. I'm waiting on buns to poof a little bit more. We got another 6.5 minutes until I can even put them in the oven anyways. Add a little dairy to our egg wash. Drop's all you need. We got our egg wash for our buns here. We've got coleslaw. We've got our homemade tartar sauce with a bit of mustard and a bit of olive in there for a mildly untraditional mix. I didn't put capers in there either, but I'm calling it tartar sauce. We got our dressing set aside here, ready to go, or salad cream, homemade salad cream sort of a thing, mayo and other stuff, ready to go in with the slaw once we're ready to go with everything else. We got our 3 station breadings set up already for our fish. But I do think there's going to be about a 20-minute AFK here with the baking the buns. A little ahead of the schedule here. I was supposed to be doing the slaw / tartar sauce stuff during the baking. Oh, cool. I finally made SprinkleBot a mod over on YouTube. It's got a little wrench next to the name. SprinkleBot's on Twitch too, so don't think that's independent. Everything's here on Twitch. You're still. Except what's on Discord, but I'm not streaming on Discord, so you... Hush. Oh, I also have seasoned potato wedges in the oven already going. So we've got more than sandwich for tartar sauce. I'm curious to see how these rolls turn out, or these buns. As I was saying before, it's a recipe that I normally do for making burger buns, but it's also a recipe that I normally use bread flour for, and I used AP flour today. So I'm shaping it differently. I'm using slightly... I've done this before with AP flour, but I normally do a different recipe for making buns, and we'll see which one. This one's a little bit more work, making the tangjong and the cooked flour mixture paste. Okay, timer's up on our first timer for our potatoes. He is up. So I'm going to now put an egg wash on our rolls. Let's try that. It's a little better. I'm going to put a little salt on top of those. It's too early to do that. I was going to flip the potatoes, but they're not even going to be fully cooked at this point. So this is going to go in the oven with the potatoes. And they're going to be in the oven for 18 minutes. So I am going to take a break now. We'll be back to get into frying. And I'll see all you lovely folks in 16-ish minutes.
There's no other box of facial tissues like this. Scotty's new Magic Oval box. Only Scotty's give you tissues that float up gently, one at a time, and come out in neat handfuls, too, because there's a magic oval inside every new Scotty's box. Only Scotty's Magic Oval can give you tissues that float up, smooth and easy. No tugging, no tearing, no extra tissues tagging along. And Scotty's Magic Oval does even more. It lets you reach in for tissues by the handful, all neatly folded, just right for pocket or purse. Scotty's new Magic Oval box is pretty, too. And inside, soft, strong, sneeze-proof Scotties. Remember, for tissues that float up smoothly and come out in neatly folded handfuls, look for Scotty's pretty new Magic Oval box, the only one of its kind.
Well, no wonder my laundry bill is so high. All those napkins last week.
Doeskin.
What?
You should use Doeskin dinner napkins.
Paper napkins? Oh, no.
I don't mean thin little paper napkins, but Doeskin dinner napkins. You'll love them.
Everybody loves Doeskin dinner napkins. These soft linen-like napkins are 2-ply in smart formal fold, in white and in beautiful pastel colors. And Doeskin dinner napkins are big. They cover your whole lap, and they stay put. What's more, they last throughout the meal, and they leave no lint.
But they are nice. And they would save my linen.
They save you money, too. Doeskin dinner napkins cost only 49 cents for 5 dozen. That's a fraction of a penny apiece.
All right, Dottie.
You'll find Doeskin dinner napkins, Doeskin facial tissues, and other Doeskin products at your favorite grocery, supermarket, department store, or drugstore. Look for the brown dispenser box.
Doeskin.
Here's an amazing free offer for everyone who's overweight. Even if you've tried other methods and failed, you can still lose ugly fat fast. Yes, thousands can tell you that calometric control is the only safe, sure, effective way to reduce. Now, this package contains the Wonder 10-Day Diet that gives you 3 delicious meals a day, plus a bedtime snack, even includes a jog for your willpower. Yet you take only 3 calometric tablets a day. And here's the sensational free offer. A 30-day supply of wonderful calometric tablets. A certified $3.50 value when you buy the regular calometric way to weight control. You save $3.50. Now, that's a $7 value for only $3.50. A 50% saving. And how can you get your free bottle of calometric tablets? Well, just send in this calometric box top with your name and address. Your druggist will give you a postage-paid envelope already addressed to the calometric company. Now, don't lose hope. Lose weight. Get calometric reducing formula at your drugstore. Send the box top in the free postage-paid envelope. Get your $3.50 bottle of calometric tablets free. Don't wait. Act now.
Call for Philip Morris. Call for Philip Morris.
Philip Morris, America's finest cigarette, presents the Lucille Ball Desiarnaz Show, I Love Lucy. Good evening, and welcome. In a moment, we'll look in on Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, but before we do, may I ask a very personal question? The question is simply this. Do you inhale? Well, I do, and chances are you do too. And because you inhale, you're better off, much better off, smoking Philip Morris. And for good reason. You see, Philip Morris is the one cigarette proved definitely less irritating, definitely milder than any other leading brand. That's why, when you inhale, you're better off smoking Philip Morris. Later in the show, you'll see how you can prove that fact to yourself. But right now, why not light up a Philip Morris and enjoy America's finest cigarette as we watch Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz in I Love Lucy.
Now, class, Mr. Tiger Tiger will show us how Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes cereal starts out.
Is the flake field?
It's a cornfield. Kellogg's toast corn to golden flakes and adds a secret frosting. Helps keep them extra crunchy and delicious. It's part of your good breakfast and tastes.
I know. Great!
Sit down to breakfast with Tony, and you'll discover why it's great.
Mr. Tiger, you're wonderful.
Oh, shucks.
No, Jane and Ann aren't the Crest testers here. Their daddy is. You see, Crest also showed it worked for older people like the Allbrands before it became recognized effective against cavities. Jim, when were you in this toothpaste test?
Back in college.
Let's show the story filmed at a recent reunion. Well, Jim, how did you become part of this toothpaste test?
The dentists at Indiana University asked us to.
Did many others join you in the test?
Quite a few. 246, as a matter of fact.
Did every one of you use Crest in this test?
We use Crest. Their side, regular toothpaste.
Do anything special?
No. Everyone brushed as usual for 2 years.
But your group had
34% fewer cavities with Crest.
You know what's happened since these tests, Mrs. Allbrand?
Well, a lot of us use Crest.
And Crest has become the only toothpaste recognized effective against cavities by the American Dental Association. Their Council on Dental Therapeutics reports Crest has been shown to be an effective decay-preventive dentifrice that can be of significant value when used in a conscientiously applied program of oral hygiene and regular professional care. What's your program, Mrs. Allbrand?
Wash between meal treats, brush often, and have regular checkups.
And use Crest, of course. Crest with Fluorostan, the only toothpaste recognized effective against cavities.
What are you doing here? You ought to be outside with the rest of the kids.
This is where Thanksgiving really begins, isn't it, Edgar?
Well, now, if you're referring to the aroma of roast turkey, I concur.
No, Ray, I was talking about the kitchen. It looks like a real center of hospitality.
Did you say hospitality?
Uh-huh.
That's one thing we're always prepared for around here. Help yourself.
Wouldn't this be a good time for you and your guests to have Coca-Cola, too?
Yes, and Coca-Cola is so delicious, so refreshing, so tempting to any guest when you bring out those familiar bottles with tiny beads of moisture running down their frosty sides, assuring you that the Coke inside is really ice cold. And the good, the gracious, the friendly homes of America are always prepared for hospitality, not only on Thanksgiving Day, but every day, all the year around, no matter who comes to call or who happens to drop in. And one of the easiest, simplest, and surest ways in the world to be prepared for hospitality is to have plenty of Coca-Cola in your refrigerator, ice cold and ready to serve all the time. It's a wonderful way to say to folks, so glad you came. Welcome anytime.
3, 2, 1, blast off. She's up. Come in ideal countdown control. Ready for second launching.
Atlas moving into position.
Fuel her up.
All set.
Count down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! There she goes!
Yes, you can be in command of your own ideal countdown. It's a real electronic missile base. You sit at the controls and move missiles into place. You count down. You blast off. You track the flight. The ideal countdown comes complete with moon missile and lunar probe, as well as a giant atlas. Get your electronic ideal countdown now, wherever good toys are sold.
It's a wonderful toy. It's ideal.
Satisfying, lots of pleasure. A coffee break makes the moment right. Fresh aroma, friendly flavor. Make it coffee, make it often, make it right.
To brighten any moment.
Make it coffee.
To enjoy that fresh aroma.
Make it often.
Make it up fresh each time in a clean container. And for full flavor,
Make it right.
And here's how. For each cup of fresh drawn water, use one approved measure of your favorite coffee. That's all, one approved measure per cup.
Satisfying cups of pleasure. A coffee break makes the moment bright, fresh aroma, friendly flavor. Make it coffee, make it often, make it right.
Next week, George and Gracie will be brought to you by Carnation.
Hiya, happy boy. Wish you'd been with me today. We saw a great dog show, some beautiful dogs. There was the handsomest poodle, a real beauty, an international champion. His owner gave me some good advice.
There are many dog foods on the market, but the Carnation Company makes the best. It's called Friskies, and it's quality all the way through.
You should have seen the champion collie. He won everything in sight. The handler told me.
A very important part of this champion's diet is meat. That's why we feed him Friskies. The principal ingredient is lean red horse meat, the best you can buy.
So happy, you're getting real quality, and you're going to get your Friskies right now.
Friskies is prepared to the high standards of Carnation Company and guarantees prime-grade nourishment.
Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread gives you 7 ounces of non-fat milk solids in every loaf, the equal of 90 quarts a year if you serve it regularly. Every sandwich you make, every snack, gives you extra milk. For wonderful flavor combined with sound food values, serve Schmidt's Blue Ribbon Bread in the pantry pack.
Hello, may I come in? I am Chef Boyardee. Perhaps you have seen my picture on Chef Boyardee products at your grocer's. Today I want to tell you about a wonderful dinner for 3. A dinner that only costs about 15 cents a serving. It's my own Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinner with meat sauce or mushroom sauce. It all comes in 1 carton. A full half pound of tender, quick-cooking spaghetti, 10 full ounces of rich, tasty sauce, and to top it off, a whole can of zippy grated cheese. A wonderful food. So ask your grocer for Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinner with meat or mushroom sauce, won't you? And look for other Chef Boyardee's products. They're also delicious, they're also nourishing, and they help keep the cost of your meals down. Chef Boyardee's products are at Best Grocers.
Ask for Chef Boyardee's spaghetti dinner. Only about 15 cents a serving.
Hey, new Kellogg's OKs. Note the improvement? They put a bear on the box, which improved it so much, they decided to improve the cereal, too.
Oh, come on, Yogi. Let's be serious about Kellogg's new OKs, okay?
Like the Space Bears say, okay.
Well, first, how nutritious are Kellogg's new OKs? Well, they're made from oats. And of all grains, oats are the richest in proteins and rich in other bodybuilding essentials, too. In fact, some people consider it their duty to eat oats. Yogi. But now, with a really delicious oat cereal like Kellogg's OKs around, people can have their oats and enjoy them, too. Especially Kellogg's new OKs. For Kellogg's new OKs are crispier... Cripsier and toastier, and therefore tastier than ever. So for the best in oats, get Kellogg's new OKs.
The one with the bear on the box. Suitable for Freeman.
Hey, kids, look what's new. A brand new cereal just for you. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package. See? Inside, delicious, crispy, crinkly stars. And outside, a real storybook. All about Twinkles, the magic elephant. See him fly with his rotor tail. Watch him do tricks with his magic trunk. Meet Twinkle's friends. Fulton the inventor, Sanford the parrot, Wilbur the monkey, and more. Read all about their adventures on every storybook package of Twinkles. And wait till you taste those golden little stars, filled with the goodness of energy oats and corn. Remember, only Twinkles has the storybook package. Just tear the magic line and your storybook opens. Twinkles, the new star-shaped cereal in the storybook package.
If you're a student, a mother active in club work, a man who brings work home from the office, this was made for you. The Remington Office Writer, a new kind of portable designed to give you the extra features you need. King-size carriage, so long it can handle a sheet of school notebook paper lengthwise. Look, the Office Writer types nearly the full 11-inch length of the paper, the only portable it can. The Office Writer types up to 10 carbons, so that even the very last copy is easy to read. Cut clear, clean stencils unlike any ordinary portable. See the exciting new Remington Office Writer at your dealers. The price only $149.50, carrying case at slight additional cost. Available after a small down payment for only $1.50 a week. Terms payable monthly, including taxes and a small carrying charge.
Wow. So you guys...
Welcome back, folks. Get the music going again. I'm going to have to clean all of our fish. I took a quick look at it while I was AFK, and quite a few of these have some bones and nonsense still on them that need to be cleaned up. Not very well done. They've been deboned, but just not very well. Let's see what we got down here. Are our buns done? I'm gonna give those another 2 minutes. We're gonna pull our taters out though. And I'm just gonna flip all of these. Probably better at this with chopsticks than I am with the tongs. Which is strange, considering I don't use chopsticks very often. Oh, Parmesan. I remembered and you didn't. Why didn't you remember? I'm laughing and smiling. I don't know if that you're just listening that comes across, but hey, that Parmesan isn't sticking very well to those. I don't know that that was worthwhile. I think we're just gonna have a bunch of cheese on the bottom of our pan here. Try and move all of them so that they're standing on them. I guess we'll go back to the tongs. Oil gets to me after a little bit. I don't have as Teflon hands as I used to. Asbestos hands? Whatever term you want to use. Alright, I'll go with that. So there's some cheese involved there. We have bread. So I'll come back over here to trying to clean all of these up. See if I can't find the issues that I saw last time. This one's feeling pretty clean, even though... Where was it? I'm guessing... Oh, there it is. This is the last moment I caught it there. That it does. It turned out pretty. So it seems like we had a couple of bad ones right off the bat there. Most of the rest of them I didn't feel anything on. I'm just feeling for any random bones or anything. catfish. Farmed catfish, but catfish. Which of the fish I would get farmed, catfish is among those. That it's one of those bottom feeders that if you don't know where it's been eating, soft bread too, by the way, chat. Would be even softer with bread flour. My guess, the guess is the major difference between the two is the bread flour is going to have, this is going to be a little bit almost mealier texture of bread in the, if you get what I mean by that. When you cut it, it sort of shreds versus just cut. We'll see when I cut into it, but that's my guess. How did I start? I went to a small little college out of high school because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I jumped around all over the place. Did a whole bunch of, I did all of my courses to get my Cisco networking certification, which is a thing back in the day. Went through several different things. Ended up in the culinary area of that school. It's a nice school. One of the better culinary schools in the state, but realized that I really wasn't going to get much out of it. I was almost done with it already at that point, and went to the Culinary Institute after that. Really just sort of found, when I was in a professional kitchen, when I was cooking all day, the day just disappeared. I wasn't hungry. I wouldn't be eating all that much during shift either, but you do eat when you're on shift just to try things and see, make sure things are right. So college is the answer. And now the restaurant industry is in tatters, and I have no clue what I want to do as far as that. Though I did just see something very interesting on break. So we're going to start in on our 3-stage breading on our fish, which is a We'll quickly go to this to show you what we got going here. We got flour, we got egg, and we got breadcrumbs that are heavily seasoned. I seasoned these on camera earlier. You get a nice light coating of flour on the outside of it. You just want like a barely coated on the outside. You don't want any buildup that once you put it into the egg is gonna create sort of like a bubble or prevent the egg to actually getting to the actual fish. I think we'll do 2 of these at a time here. That's my guess on how I can do this as far as staging. I'm sort of thinking 3 of them per sub. Into the egg with the first of those. And again, with the egg, you just want a thin layer on there that just coats everything nice so that that breadcrumb becomes your real thing you're sticking on there. How we doing on temps over here? 300. Awesome. We're going to back that back down so that it hangs out because we're not quite there. Our roasty toasty potatoes are now out of the oven. I need a place to put these. Hey, Dixie. I think we're going to do up here for right now. Nope, that's not going to work well. Out of table space tonight. I think that's more of a question for Reddit. Welcome in. We're working on making some fish sandwiches. Bottom of the bread looking great too. Store. Hi, chat. Egg wash and breadcrumb are second. Are you one of those people that just tries to speed roll getting banned? Turning the oven off. Let's go in with our first fry. Tested at 300 a second ago. Alright, next two. Got to keep the conveyor going here. Don't buy salmon. Buy a flatfish instead. Salmon is not the fattiest, but it's a fattier fish, and the fattier fish are going to taste more like fish. And also the other one I was going to suggest to you is get a flatfish, get a halibut, get a sole, get a trying to think of the third very common flatfish that's out there. But flounder, halibut, sole. They all sit on the bottom of the floor. They don't use their muscles hardly at all. They're very inactive compared to many other fish, and so they're very mild fish. Hey, John. Thank you for that. Round 2. Catfish is sort of in that group. Cod, sort of in that group. But those three that I mentioned before, the flounder, sole, halibut. These are going to fry faster than the first ones. I left the first ones in there a minute. The one of these is pretty thick. This one is thinner, and this is probably partly done already. Running out of breadcrumbs. I don't have enough for these last two. Probably need another egg, too. I'm going to give you a little bit longer for the thick part. I'm going to call that enough egg, but I'm just going to throw some more breadcrumb in here for the last dose. I have a feeling this oil is still plenty hot. Yeah. speed run adding goodies to this for the last two. The one after it's got 3 A's. 4 A's? Ooh, nice. Yeah, but still, it's like half the word is A's. Turn the heat off for a second here. Throwing all of these down in that still warm but off oven. Fish board off of counter. Stretching this last bit of egg. Last bit of egg. Last two going in. Ooh, chimneys. Thank you for the follow. grab a photo of the bread before we break into that. These are looking lovely tonight. Lost too much heat. I'm turning the heat off because I was hoping it would carry over cook, and it's not doing enough. Making sure we're all cooked through here on our fish. All the other ones are looking good here. I think I'm going to go with that one. Okay, living with that one too. Go ahead and put a lid on this oil and just forget about that till tomorrow. that all I was going in there for? No. So I am going to mayo the bottoms. And then we have our tartar sauce from earlier. This is going to go on the top. For those just joining in, I threw some Kalamata olives in my tartar sauce. Try and get those a little more even spread there. Going to go ahead and throw the potatoes back down in the oven, not because they need any more cooking, but because they need to be warmed back up slightly. Pickles. That sort of hid the pickles. Yeah, maybe we're going to put the pickles on top. Not the original plan. back and forth. Back and forth. I don't know what the last one I used was. Nope, that wasn't it. I think it was you. It wasn't, but I'm picking you anyways. Just to add more. I considered that one. I strongly considered that one. And then carefully, because the bread is not the most structurally sound. Mostly because I used the AP flour instead of the bread flour. It'd have a bit more structure to it otherwise. So we're just going to finish the dinner plate. We're going to use you. Let's mix our coleslaw time. We have our coleslaw that's been chilling. I'm throwing this down in the oven. You can't even see that purple in there almost looks like red onion, but it's purple bell pepper. So I got the fancy purple bell pepper, and it doesn't even really show up all that much. Sad. I'm like sweating now. Not sure why. scraping out the last of that tartar sauce. If you want to call it tartar sauce. I'm not claiming it's authentic tartar sauce. It's in the ballpark. So like my ranch most of the time. And my barbecue sauce. You could call it barbecue sauce. You could call it ranch. Thank you, so. Greatly appreciate that. Let's get a photo of this. Would you call this a po' boy, chat? All you lovely people hanging out with me tonight, would you call this a po' boy? I don't know how to get a good photo of that. There isn't a good way to get a photo of that. It's on stream. And there we have dinner for tonight and dinner for tomorrow. I'm not going in the photo, but I threw some black sesame seed on there last second. Alright folks, I think this is where we call it for this fine Friday evening. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out. I think this has been a great dinner. Looking forward to this. Cheese on Parmesan, sort of Parmesan cheese on these. Looking to see who be out there this fine evening. I think we're going to leave it there. I shall be back here on Sunday night. Plans for Sunday. it's going to be a long one on Sunday. I know it wasn't exactly short tonight, but it's going to be a long one on Sunday. Going to be doing third of a pork shoulder, roast pork shoulder. Going to be doing it with crushed pineapple. And of course a bunch of other lovely spices. We'll be doing the roast pork on Sunday, and then following it up on Monday with lettuce wraps. I'm probably going to be putting some sides along with both of those nights, because it's going to be a long roast, and we need more of a stream than just taking the meat from the night before and putting it in lettuce. Greatly appreciate all of you hanging out with me tonight. Come hang out with me in the Discord afterward. Always there to chat or answer questions. Alright. Friday night, go out, have some fun. Create some debauchery. And come back and see me on Sunday. I don't care if you're hungover. You can be hungover and watch streams. Have a great night, everyone. Good night.